All right, we are 1 week from Survivor Series and WarGames, and Paul Heyman is back. CM Punk is back. What do you think?
You know, I'm just not excited.
It feels like a lot of recycled stuff, doesn't it?
Yeah. Okay. I'm sick and tired. I'm just sick and tired of the Bloodline.
Yeah.
I'm tired of it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's been going on. I mean, Hurt Business did so well. I still got feelings about Hurt Business. Can you tell?
Yeah.
Hurt Business was doing so well. It was on fire, and they pulled the plug.
Well, you should have watched Full Gear last night.
Well, yeah. I hear, what do they call it? Hurt Syndicate now?
The Hurt Syndicate, yes.
Yes.
Same group, same exact group.
They know the error of the WWE's ways.
Yeah.
So I applaud AEW for bringing back the Hurt Syndicate.
And they're going around trying to recruit, the top black wrestlers. They tried to recruit Swerve. He wasn't having it, so he had a match with Bobby Lashley last night. They tried to recruit Ricochet, so on and so forth.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff. But WWE ended the Hurt Business when it was on fire.
Yeah.
The Bloodline ran out of gas a long time ago, and they're still running off fumes.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So I'm just not excited. And here's the thing. WarGames is like, it might be my favorite, special match.
Right.
It may just be that. I mean, it is.
So you're still going to watch?
I'm still going to watch because it's WarGames.
Right.
I mean, I'm just not excited about a WarGames match that's got Tama Tonga, Tongaloa, and Bronson Reed.
Yeah.
Why do people actually think Bronson Reed is good?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Some of these guys seem to be coming out of nowhere, right? Was it Bronson Reed that was feuding with what's his name?
Very memorable feud, Lance.
I know, right? I can't even remember who the feud was with.
Was it Seth Rollins?
Yeah, it was Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins. He just all of a sudden jumped from a feud with Seth Rollins to the Bloodline on a completely different show.
I don't know.
I don't know.
But I mean, he's not that great in the ring.
Yeah.
When it comes to I understand you got to have some big men.
Yeah.
But when you compare him to big men throughout history, he's very low on the list.
Yeah.
And, as far as Tama and Tonga, who cares about them? Now, Jacob Fatu's great. Solo's all right. But this is not a team. It's like, I don't know what to compare it to. It would be like if we had Hulk Hogan, the Ultimate Warrior, Macho Man Randy Savage, and I don't know. Let's just throw in Andre the Giant.
Okay.
In a WarGames match against the Quebecers and, I don't know, two random jobbers.
Yeah. And here's another thing. At the end of this match, what's it going to solve? Because they're just going to keep on doing what they're doing, right?
I'm hoping it ends the feud.
There's no stipulation one side of the bloodline has to end or anything that I know of. So, I mean, what's it going to prove?
Nothing.
Right.
I feel bad what I just said about the Quebecers. I just insulted them, man.
Yeah.
They were a good tag team. Decent in the ring.
Yeah.
I can't say that about any of these guys, three guys. I mean, at least Jacob's amazing.
Yeah.
Jacob is the biggest star in the match, even though they're trying to push Solo to be the next big heel. That's a flop.
I take it back a little bit, what I just said, a little bit. This might get CM Punk into a new feud because, he ended the feud with Drew McIntyre, and he's been gone for a few weeks. He comes back to join the Bloodline in this match, so hopefully it kicks off something for him because I really don't think he's going to be with the Bloodline all the time. I hope.
I don't know. I mean, I saw it coming.
Yeah.
I knew it was happening when they did the match where Solo pinned Roman. I'm like, yep, this is going to lead to WarGames. This is what we're doing. Yep. I mean, maybe they can prove me wrong and it'll be a great match. Mm-hmm. But I've seen some fantastic WarGames matches in my life, and I just don't think this is going to be one of them.
Well, I'm trying to put the storyline aside, the staleness of it aside, and just watch the match.
Well, once again, it's like having Andre the Giant, the Ultimate Warrior, Hulk Hogan, and Macho Man Randy Savage against like Akeem the African Dream, the Barbarian, the Warlord, and the Berserker. That's what this match is like.
Yeah.
And I feel bad for insulting all of them.
Yeah. I mean, nothing
Still
changes
going to
that,
watch it,
but we're still going to watch it. Yeah. Women's War Games. I kind of feel like it's the same thing in a way because it's just a continuation of the Liv and Rhea storyline.
Yeah, but at least you got some good people in this match that on both sides, with the exception of Nia Jax.
Yeah.
That, something can actually happen in here. I mean, you got Rhea. She's fantastic. You got Bianca, Naomi, Io, Bayley, even Liv, who I've not always said is the greatest in the world. Raquel Rodriguez, Tiffany Stratton, who I've said is the next like Charlotte Flair. You know, she's top notch, amazing. There's no telling what she's going to do in the match. And a personal favorite of mine, who I think is immensely underrated, with Candice LeRae.
Okay. I don't know much about her, honestly.
She's an indie darling that's married to Johnny Gargano.
Okay.
And they're kind of like the indie NXT power couple.
Okay.
It's the best way I can describe them.
All right.
And she's amazing in the ring. Mm-hmm. She works good as a face or a heel.
Yeah.
And she's just fantastic.
Okay.
You'll like her because, I mean, she would fit in an AEW environment.
Well, she comes from the Indies, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, she doesn't do like 60 Canadian destroyers in a row or anything like that.
Well, I don't know. She might not fit in then.
But she would fit in. She would fit in AEW.
Yeah.
Big NXT mainstay for a long time. Both her and Johnny were kept on there. And I think what they did with NXT, they would keep certain people in NXT to keep things, some good veterans on there to kind of lead the new people. She needs some main roster exposure. She's amazing. I mean, I don't. It's a crime that she hasn't won a major women's title. So there's that. You've got some great stuff going on in this match, even though it is a continuation of the Rhea and the Liv, which is getting old to me.
It's not as old as the Bloodline, though.
It's not as old as the Bloodline.
It's not that old. It's really just. It really started earlier this year, right?
Yeah,
that feud. So it's not that old, but it does feel like it's an excuse to continue it, if that makes sense.
Yeah. They're milking it.
Yeah, and I think another thing is, I mean, what else would they have done with both War Games matches? What else would they who else would they put in those matches if it wasn't just completely random? You know what I mean? These were really the only two stories building up that kind of made sense.
But here's the deal:
to put 10 people into one match.
I'm looking more forward to the women's match than I am the men's match.
Yeah, me too.
It's going to be a better match, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be good.
Now something else could come out of this, right? It could start something else like, do you think The Rock returns?
I don't think so. Not a Survivor Series.
Okay.
They're going to save him for WrestleMania season again. That's what I think. Unless he does a little pop in like he did last time.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Like maybe not coming back, full time for WrestleMania season yet, but
popping in.
Yeah, just kind of he'll show up.
Well, the bootleg bloodline desperately needs some star power. Mm-hmm. So if The Rock were to come back, he really needs to come back and assist that faction.
Yeah, because
they're struggling.
Yeah. Does Cody? Will he end up having anything to do with the match? I mean, obviously he's not in it, but
I doubt it. I mean, you don't see that kind of stuff with War Games usually.
Yeah. I guess I'm just already thinking about WrestleMania, right? We're not that far off.
Yeah, we got a Royal Rumble and some other stuff in between there.
We do. So I'm thinking, is it going to be, Cody and Roman again, or Cody and Rock, or Rock and Roman? I just feel like this would have something to do with that. Well, maybe not, though.
I strongly suspect that CM Punk's going to be in a main event at WrestleMania this time.
Okay.
Possibly against Gunther.
Yeah.
So I I strongly suspect that. Although we might see CM Punk against Cody. I mean, that's a possibility. I just don't know.
You think it's safe to say Punk's got to win the Royal Rumble?
It's a good chance.
Yeah.
He has a good chance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully he doesn't tear a tricep.
Because it's another story. It's like Cody's story, but different in that, Cody was wanting to win the belt. CM Punk is wanting his WrestleMania main event.
Right.
I look forward to him being in the main event of one of the nights. Possibly not the main event, but the second main event. Like the second tier main event, the first night main event.
Right.
I look at CM Punk possibly being in that match. Unless, of course, he goes against Cody, which in that case, he would be at the second night main event.
Right. If he's healthy, you got to put him in the main event this coming year. He's not getting any younger.
Yeah.
You want him to be able to have a good match. You don't want him to be like, Sting or somebody out there, almost 60, main event in WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll tell you what, CM Punk can prove that he can still go in the Hell in a Cell match against Drew McIntyre.
Yeah.
I mean, if that didn't prove that he can go, I don't know what can.
Yep. And really, he just needs to be in a regular match in WrestleMania.
Yeah.
That's all he needs to do.
Gunther versus Damian Priest. I feel like I know who's going to win that match.
Yeah.
Or who's at least not going to lose the title.
Okay.
Which is Gunther.
Okay.
I expect Gunther to win the match, but if Damian does somehow win, I don't expect him to win the title. So that's my prediction for that match. It's going to be a good match. It's going to be a solid match, but we're not going to see Gunther lose the belt to Damian Priest.
Yeah, I think everybody can expect a good match out of this, but I don't know where does Damian Priest go after this if he doesn't win the title.
There ain't much options for him besides the upper mid card.
Right. So I don't know, or maybe something happens in the match to continue the rivalry. Yeah, but I agree with you. I'm expecting Gunther to retain.
It would be a good feud.
Yeah.
I would welcome that. I would like to see them in some matches with some stipulations and things like that.
Yeah.
It would certainly give both of them something to do for a while.
Right. At least until after the Royal Rumble, when you get a title picture, get a better title picture. I think an IC championship between Braun Breaker and Sheamus.
Yeah, Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens.
Yep.
We know who's going to win the match, but it still should be a good match.
Yep.
Braun Breaker versus Sheamus. I mean, you can't go wrong there.
Yeah, and I don't know if this is. I don't know if there's any stipulations to this because they already had a match on Raw for the title, the IC title. I think it was Monday before. It was either this past Monday or the Monday before last. Yeah, it was a no contest.
So I hate to say it, but this card is filled with predictable matches and matches I don't care about.
Okay.
Or at least a match that I don't care about.
Right.
I mean, I guess I do care about it to some extent because I'm still going to watch the Bloodline versus the Bloodline match. It's WarGames. I mean, I can't think of a WarGames match that was disaster. Well, actually, I can. Not all WarGames matches have been spectacular.